The ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia may allow the Kremlin to achieve its aims in Ukraine and to establish more frozen conflict zones in post-Soviet states, warns U.S. Air Force General Philip Breedlove, commander of NATO forces in Europe.
We have clearly now seen the script play out in Crimea. We've seen the script play out in eastern Ukraine. We're beginning to see some of the script in Moldova and Transnistria. And so we're beginning to understand this whole track of how this hybrid war will be brought to bear. And so what we now have to do is look at those forces in our border nations where there are substantial Russian populations, and how do we better prepare those nations to survive the initial onslaught of this hybrid war. Because I think what we all understand is that this hybrid war, if it kicks off and it is unattributable, this is not a NATO issue. It is an internal to that nation issue. It's an MOI problem in most nations. How do we better prepare our allies to characterize, understand, and survive the initial onslaught of the little green men scenario? Clearly, also, we had great acceptance among the NATO allies, though, that if you attribute this little green men issue to an aggressor nation, it is an Article 5 action, and then all of the assets of NATO come to bear.
Despite assurances from NATO, it is unclear whether the 28-nation security bloc would be able to defend against such an unconventional war. Baltic states, Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia all have sizable Russian minorities, and there are growing fears Russia may soon launch its hybrid war against them.